is Natalie, and I'm here to talk to you about soul pets and harmonious twin flame union. And the the relationship between soul pets and your twin flame journey. Really like how animals and specifically soul pets can be used as like a tool for your ascension. My cat now wants to, she doesn't like closed doors. She doesn't like, she doesn't like separation. So I'm gonna have to open the door. Okay. So yeah, really like, I think the point of this video is that everyone in the twin flame journey talks about how our twin flames are our perfect mirror, like our divine mirror. And I think, this video is going to be about how you can, like, if you're not in your twin flame union yet, or even if you are, you can use, other people or soul pets or animals to really help you ascend by noticing your relationship with them and how and why they trigger you. And yeah, I think it's like really easy and obvious to see it in animals, and like, in my specific experience, it's me, my twin flame, and our cat. So it's very clear when there's an upset. She's always showing us ourselves in her own unique way, and it's easy also to see how the healing manifests on the external, because it's very easy to see it in her behavior. Maybe it's different than humans because like humans are very good at, even though energy never lies, but like humans can kind of, like they can at least try to hide and like numb out and lie and all these things, and sometimes it takes time or experience in order for a person to be revealed. But like with cats, for instance, like it's always, they're always in the truth, and they're always revealed, so to speak. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, your best friend told you that she loves you, and then you believed it, and for like years you were best friends, and then one day, like, she's revealed in that you find out that she talked about you behind your back, and she actually doesn't love you, and she said all these mean things about you. So yeah, it's funny because this is like the opposite of what people like think cats are like. Like, I've heard a lot of people say that cats are selfish and egotistical and revengeful, and all these like weird like stereotypes that people put on cats. And yeah, like, it's just not the truth. Cats will merely reflect you in every moment, and they don't hide their feelings, and they don't numb out to their feelings, and they don't hesitate in showing you what feels good, what doesn't feel good, and where the boundary is. And they're very revealing. And like, so I've had pets throughout my life, and I mean, of course I wasn't as aware, I guess, spiritually as I am now, but still, like, I hadn't ever felt like that real deep connection as I do with my soul pet. She's the first pet that I really feel 100% deeply in love with her, and it's just a deep connection that I have with her. And my twin flame has it too. She's presented many places within our consciousness that needed healing, and she continues to do so every day. It's a beautiful journey. I mean, I guess this video is for anybody who wants is thinking about getting a soul pet, or has one and is feeling like frustrated. So basically, the past, I think this has had been happening since we got her, but it's like for some reason been happening more lately, where I'll like meet somebody and like mention that I have a cat, and they'll say something like really mean or really negative about cats. Like, I hate cat, like this is the people talking, right? Like, oh my god, I hate cats, I would never get a cat, like blah blah blah. All these like things. And I'm like wondering like why, like who came up with this like idea that cats are like not good, or like cats are not divine. Like, they're divine and they are of God, and God created cats and they're perfect. Okay? Yes, they are different than dogs, and yes, dogs are different than cats, just like dogs are different than birds and cats are different than snakes. Like, they're just animals and they each have their own energy and their own, I guess, purpose, right? Here on earth. And cats are very much, their purpose is very much to um, sort of serve human beings and, become pets. Some are, I guess, some's destiny are to be on the street, and others are to be at home. So, yeah, so I was like wondering why I was triggered by these people, and I kept like defending and being like, no, but you don't know, and like, it's not true, and all this stuff. And I'm realizing like they're just showing me like my relationship with my cat at this time, and how there is a part of me that is triggered by her, and therefore automatically, well, yeah, triggering separation. So, like, triggering these deep feelings of like places that they're just like are places that are lacking love, basically. If I'm lacking love towards myself, I can be lacking love towards my cat, and then the people who I speak to will reflect that lack of love by saying not loving things about cats, or about my cat, or about having a cat in general. The way that my soul pet triggers me, I'll tell you. I'll give you an example of how it manifests. It's it's always like every trigger is always about feelings, and it's always about emotions. But a lot of times with humans, like there's a story around it. Like, my twin flame called me and I didn't pick up, and then I got really excited, and then I called him back, and then he didn't pick up, and like blah blah blah. I'm giving you like a stupid example, right? But there's a story, and there's like logic, and there's like intellect, and all these things that like humans use as a way to like communicate and express themselves. I find that when the way that my cat and my relationship works is mostly through senses and feelings and energy, and everything is energy and everything is feelings. But like, I feel as if with my cat, it is very much like condensed into, filtered out, like the story's filtered out, and like what's left is just a very clear representation of whatever energy is going on, or occurring, or present, whatever feelings are coming up, and it's like straight and to the point, if you get what I'm saying. Whereas with humans, it could take a little bit of like brewing, and like just like exploring, and like searching, and going through the story in our head, and then having it ground into our heart and feeling it. Like, there's a process there. And with the cat, it's just like boom. So boom as in, I'm feeling a little bit of a block around health, and like my own health, and it's like not even conscious yet, but like it's subconscious, because I can like something feels icky, but I'm not sure what it is yet. And then like I wake up in the morning and like my cat threw up. Okay. Or I'm like anxious, and my cat starts meowing and meowing and meowing. And then I release my anxiety, and I love myself there, and I give myself peace, and I do the mirror exercise. And miraculously, my cat is like the calmest ever, or like even falling asleep, like just so peaceful. And so, why is this important? Because society, like, I'm noticing very much so that society and people around me are still very much believing that it's their fault. So, like, like I'll give you an example, like a parent who has a baby and the baby is like crying and crying and crying, and the parent like isn't even aware that it's reflecting something to them, and instead the parent like believes that the baby is the problem, and that this baby is, it's their personality, the baby is, it's just the way it is, and like I have nothing to do with it, so I'm just gonna accept it and like do the best I can. The minute that the parent is aware that if they do the mirror exercise the baby will change, because the minute you do the exercise you change, and therefore you change your reality, and therefore your energy um, transcends and transforms, and the people around you are impacted by it, and especially if it's your child, um, and how we create our own reality. And so there's like still a really thick illusion of separation here, and I just feel called to speak to it. And it's the same thing going back to the stereotypes about cats, where like people think that cats are like, people hate cats, like even like to be using the term hate towards an animal or towards any divine um child of God or divine animal, um it's insane to me, at least. It's insane to hate something, or to hate someone, or to hate an animal or a living being. It's literally insane. And so what's really happening is that you don't hate the cat, you hate what the cat is showing you. You hate what the baby is presenting to you, and it's not the baby and it's not the cat, it's you. And it boggles my mind, especially since there's also like a bazillion cats in the world. So to 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 have any sort of discrimination against cats is just like, how can you even say that every cat is the same? That's like saying I hate people, like, you know. But really, like, what it's pointing to is like some self-hatred that's going on. The reason why it's important to be aware of this is because it all comes back to our twin flame and ourselves. Like, people, places, and things are going to mirror something to you on this journey. And you have two options. One, blame them or the thing or the animal or whatever it is, and stay miserable because that thing is not going to change, and you have no control over someone else's behavior, whether it be a person or a cat or the weather. Or be aware of what this situation is mirroring to you and what it's reflecting to you, and taking responsibility of the fact that it's in your consciousness and it's for you to heal. And as you heal, the thing changes, okay? The outside, the external will begin to change. And if it doesn't, you won't be triggered by it anymore until it does. So, and the other side of this is soul pets are beautiful, and it's a wonderful relationship, and it's amazing. I can't even begin to describe how much joy and peace and love our cat brings into our lives and into our union and into our home. It's truly a beautiful thing, and it's worth the upsets. It's worth the challenges, and it's worth the discipline. So, yeah, I think I feel pretty complete here. I just had to get that out. I heard like a few people recently saying really nasty things about cats, and I was like really upset about it. And I was like, enough. Like, this message needs to be sent out to the world. And I have compassion and I have understanding, and I am aware that, you know, any person who's said something negative about cats is merely showing me something that I was in my consciousness too. And so I'm not, you know, I'm not upset at anybody, or I'm not like judging, but I do have to draw the line here between like what's insane and what is of love. And um yeah, like really accepting and loving yourself unconditionally allows you to really accept and love everyone else and everything else unconditionally. And so that's why this message is so important, because to carry around any sort of hatred is very draining. It feels really bad and it doesn't serve you. And so I invite you to always find the good things about any given thing or person or place or experience, including cats. Okay, cats are really cute and they're wonderful, and I love them and many people love them, and I invite you to find out why you don't love them and see how that is reflecting something within yourself, where you're not loving yourself somewhere. Alrighty, I will see you soon.